We obviously have some really big things going on right now, but I think what is even bigger are the things that are taking place behind the scenes. In fact, Charles Hoskinson just alluded to something that is coming that is inevitable, which is a pretty big deal. And I want to highlight just a few things that are obviously going to shape how we view Cardano moving forward. And I also want to discuss this small week that may turn big moving forward, and this just obliterated record that should give you a lot of confidence moving forward. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button. That bell is free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So right now, it's only about 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. For those that don't know, I film most of my videos in the morning. I do have a 9-to-5 job. I have other businesses outside of here too. So I'm really busy all the time, but we're having a very good start to the day. The US trend so far is more accumulation, more accumulation, more accumulation. And that's not really surprising because, again, most people are waking up and realizing where Ethereum is. They're waking up and realizing where BTC is. And we're actually seeing some very good performance across the crypto market. And actually just a big shout out to an asset I've actually been mentioning a lot on my Twitter channel. If you guys haven't checked out Simple AI, I would recommend doing so. Obviously, do your research, but I'm watching this and it's doing the exact same thing it was doing back here at the start of July before it surged. Gosh, what is that? 300%, 200% to a new all-time high. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't. They're doing some pretty cool stuff in the AI sector. So, and this isn't a sponsored video at all, but I love where ADA's at. I really want to see ADA get to 84 cents by the end of the weekend. And what I will say is that I think next week has a chance to be really big. We obviously know we're going to have a CPI and a PPI report that could obviously put a little more wind in our sails. And right now, that week that was in fact green in terms of ADA flows to exchanges, meaning that there was actually inflows to exchanges taking place in terms of ADA, has actually turned slightly red. But something I want to point to is when we've had these either green or just very, very small weeks in terms of exchange flows, they tend to be followed by very big ones, meaning that we could see huge removal of supply from exchanges next week. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe it is. Who knows? But what I will say is I did check exchange app downloads, still non-existent in the top 200 now. So retail had calmed down quite a bit. But what I will say is altcoins search traffic just blew through the roof this week alone. This is wild. Just look at the last 30 days here. It's not, I mean, it's insane. Actually, let's look at 90 days. Just look at that. Just straight up and to the right. So you have a lot of people that are paying attention once again, because we've obviously had a big crypto week. There was big announcements taking place last week, obviously big executive orders signed this week. And now you have a lot of people outside the space that are becoming aware of the crypto market, people that maybe had heard of it before but weren't paying attention. And that's also going to open up the door to some pretty exciting things coming down the pipeline. We've obviously talked about spot ETFs and the approval that we're waiting for in terms of the Grayscale ADA spot ETF, amongst several others. But that's not where the embrace is going to stop. In fact, you may have heard about many companies that are currently building treasury surrounding XRP. I've obviously talked about that in some of the XRP videos here on my channel. But Charles Hoskinson actually alluded to something coming for Cardano here as well, or hinted at this coming. He said a Cardano treasury company is inevitable. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but he did also say that's all I can say right now. So we're witnessing a very big evolution in Cardano. If you guys think about the height of the last market cycle, we didn't even have smart contracts. And now we're talking about treasury companies, potential spot ETFs. We're talking about full decentralization. We're talking about a booming ecosystem with Cardano native assets getting listed on other exchanges. We're talking about huge major interoperability via Midnight, right? There's a lot of fun things. I can't say fun because I talked about fun in my my earlier video, but things are changing at a very rapid pace in terms of Cardano, in terms of crypto. And again, like I said, by the end of this decade, I think they're going to be unrecognizable. And this is where we have a chance for Cardano to take some very significant steps forward. And I can't help but feel that right now, where ADA's at is not even close to where it will be by the end of this market cycle or the end of the decade, right? We're obviously seeing some very exciting things in terms of ADA dominance, but the more embrace that we see, the more embrace we see for US-based cryptos in general, the more ADA is going to continue to thrive. And like we've seen many times before, it's a much better late market performer. And guys, here we go. It's time to strap in. It's time to make sure you're prepared because, yeah, like I said, the fun's beginning. can't say that again, but you guys get the point. I hope you realize how big these moves are, and the big wave of embrace is only just beginning. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.